Hi there, welcome to the Obachanchatter. And I'm here with you this Saturday, October the 12th, to recap Love and Marriage Detroit Season 2, Episode 6, The Comeback Kid. And before I start, let me say, I hope they don't come back because this was the most boringest. I don't know. Let me start this recap before I start talking trash. Okay, so we got. Oh my gosh, my dog is in here. He got allergies. Because of fall, the changing, the leaves and the wind blowing, and you're gonna have to stop that noise, Otis. Okay, anyway, we got Kim and uh Kimberly and Christian still sitting in the same space they was last week, arguing about nothing. That's ignorant. No, that's ignorant. No, you ignorant. No, you ignorant. No, you this. No, you're childish. No, you're childish. No, you're foolish. No, you're foolish. Both of y'all foolish. And then after a while, they just says, "Stop. You look insecure." That's what Kimberly said to. That's what the other one said to Kimberly. Christian said to Kimberly. Um, so Kimberly in her confession saying every time you talk to her, she's like, "Did I do that? Did I do that?" Like this Urkel, like she Urkel with somebody. And Kim let her know, "I'm not trusting you." And then she was like, "Listen, we ain't got to be besties, but we need to be able to be in the same room because we got mutual friends." So they agree to disagree that they're gonna be cool, but they're not gonna be cool because every time they in the room together, they pop off, and they not gonna change next time around. I don't think it is anyway. So let's continue. We have Kimberly. We have she really got on my nerves. Um, I'm gonna just go on with it. Okay, so Kristina's at the recording studio with her brother and some producer who done produced somebody that I'm supposed to know, but I forgot the name. And she in the recording booth, and she me. I just don't sound. Then we gotta hear all her excuses why she sound like Um, I ain't been practicing. We saw you practicing. Like maybe was it like so we only saw you that one time with that with what you call 'em, with the mic and you was doing squats and scooting with the mic. It was you and Chelsey. Now I seen Chelsey teaching you how to dance, so I thought she was a choreographer. She a marketer too, because now she your marketing person. Which I will say this, just you just to me. I mean, I was trying to like you, Kristina, but you're a little bit on the phony side. And I will sidebar that and tell you why in just a second. So anyway, I don't know. I think you just need to be laid, then you probably be all right. So she had to record into there with her brother and this guy, and it's some guy we supposed to know. And she said she sound terrible, and to me she do. So she said, "I need Brandon here, and I need Brandon." They were like, "Yo, you gonna have to sing, but out there, nigga, y'all is separated." And she was like, "If I have him here, he could be my vocal coach." I was like, "He is okay." So just I need him. I'm sad that he didn't come. He's not taking my shit serious. See, that's what I'm talking about. He still, when you let him come back home, I'm looking to see if this thing on. I don't know how this shit supposed to work. Is this the right one or the wrong one? Hold on, y'all. I do not be liking electronics. I think this the wrong one. But you can still hear me, but you probably hear me better because I'm gonna make this shit work. So anyway, she talking about how she need him. And they saying, "Girl, get your ass out there and record the studios." The brother said, "Come out here and talk to me." So she came out there and talked to him. He said, "Listen, when you got one foot out the door, you got one foot out the door." She said, "You headed to divorce, but you got to fight." She said, "That's what mom and dad did. I mean, we had a good upbringing." And sometimes you gotta fight in a relationship. Yeah, you do have to fight in a relationship. I ain't gonna fight for your relationship, not in it. Well, whatever. What does it matter? Well, one of them sound like you're doing like this, but I don't mean that one. So anyway, the brother asked her, is she serious? And she, she has to work on her shit, on her me. So she told us that both of her parents were vocalists. That her mother was on some Andre Crouch song, and that's some, Andre Crouch. Where is he? Is he dead? I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to Google that. Well, Andre, because I ain't heard his name in years. So Andre Crouch, and then she said her mother did a song that did good, but I think it probably just stayed local. So what else do we have? So anyway, we got. She said something about Brandon giving up so easy, I guess, because his parents got divorced, and the father, and he said the brother confirmed. He said, "Yeah, divorce is easy, And he said, "Y'all just do y'all part, y'all be fine." That is true. I believe that. And she said, "Well, I was raised to fight for marriage." So I said the two of them look alike. Kristina and her brother, they favor each other. So anyway, we got Anthony hanging out with his aunt who recovering from cancer, and they talking because they done had a lot of grief. Just I'm dragging with this one because it's like not that it was dragging, it was kind of sad. And they talk about all the people that they lost in the last 5 years, and then they start talking about his father, Anthony's father. And Anthony said he picked up his father's legacy because his father came up with something called Youthville, and how when Anthony went to his first year at college or something, he wrote the curriculum for it with the music and the TV. He brought broadcaster. He brought shit that cost money to a cheap, probably to a cheap ass like youth community center that didn't have nothing for them to do, play basketball, dominoes and shit. So they bust up in there with their Youthville curriculum, and he said it changed a whole lot of people's lives. And the aunt like red. She read it down. Lipstick, fingernails, glasses. She read it down like her hair. Though it got to be mixed. Like they put two bundles of hair together. Cause I can't never find no mixed black and gray. Cause I'm starting to get a lot of gray, especially in the back of my head. My daughter told me. So anyway, she finally got him to bring his ass to the studio, Christina, and she's so happy he there. So then when they got to get in the booth together, and you can tell they want to have sex. They, oh, you so hot. Oh, it's hot in here. Ain't nobody going to hear. Somebody say get a room because I guess they can hear them outside the recording booth. And he say, you look good. You look good too. I'm like, why don't y'all just take that shit off and go somewhere in the closet and come back so y'all can concentrate. So anyway, he telling her how to sing and how to move her voice, and she doing it. And she doing what he say do, so she sound better. So they fist pumping each other when they know they really want a body pump. Um, I put right here. I'm sick of this scene. So anyway, they go after she la 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 me all that shit. They go sit down and they start talking, and she says, Anthony wants me. Anthony wants me to come on his podcast. Have you talked to him? But he was like, "There's no way I'm gonna let you go on Anthony's podcast without me." And she said, "I know. I was trying to tell him I follow your lead. I go where you go. If you say no, I say no. Well, if you say jump, I say hi hi." So he was like, "Yeah, yeah, and yeah, yeah. That's how it's gonna be." She said, and then Chelsey had to be there too. He was like, "Chelsey, yes, I made her my marketing person. How you feel about that?" What you should have did was ask him before you asked her. Since you follow his lead, you can't do a podcast without his ass, but you're gonna get a whole marketing person, and then you being messy as hell. Cause if you do that podcast, you tell them she don't gotta go with you. That's marketing. She do not have to go with you. She can give you a piece of paper to have Anthony read on the podcast about you or play a clip or some shit, But she ain't gotta be there, but you want her there because you like to start shit. And you like that lady to get in Anthony ass. That's all I'm saying. Then like I'm saying, so you sitting there with him, and then here he go. He start with that. You know I got you. I'm always with you. Well, if you always got her, why the fuck you ain't home? Why you had to leave? I got your back. It's me and you. Girl, he wants some draws. If you ain't give him to him for his birthday, he sure want them now. So anyway, he said, how you like your ring? She said, I can't stop looking at it. I gotta get his size. I can't stop looking at it either. It's too goddamn big for her skinny ass fingers. And I told y'all, sidebar, I got a ring once. My first beautiful ring, right? The ring that I won was like only $800, but that's back in 1982. So that was a nice little bit of money to me, $800 for a ring. And then that was young. So for me to come off, I seen the ring I won was 800. No, it was 1100. And then it was another one that my husband wanted, right? Because he was buying me a gift for my birthday and Christmas, because my birthday is January the 7th. So he what did he do? He liked this other ring. It was all gaudy and big. And I worked with kids at that time. I had my own daycare center. So, I pick up infants and, you knocking your hand around. I didn't want a ring that I didn't want the ring. So anyway, when I got the box at Christmas, no, I got it for Christmas. And I opened it up and it wasn't a ring that I wanted. It was the ring that he wanted. He should have wore that motherfucker. I hated that ring. I was so glad when I pawned it. Anyway, let's keep going. So anyway, I said I'm sick of this scene. I said she got a team and all that follow you lead and how they neither one of them trust Anthony. Hmm. So anyway, she wanted that girl to come, her marketing person. That girl is Chelsey high headed. She is to me. She is she is high headed to me. So anyway, we move from there to damn the only paper I got. Oh. Oh, you know who I was happy I ain't see this week is that Latoya, Dr. Latoya. So anyway, she said how much she liked the ring. He said, yeah, it is real nice. And she's asked him home. And he was like, yep, I'm coming home. And you know what this motherfucker did? As soon as he came home, you know what he did? That's why he ain't ready to come home. He threw his clothes right on the goddamn floor. And it was clean clothes. So when he did get home, his daughter was crawling on top of him and shit. And she was like, are those clothes dirty? Are those? He was like, yeah. I get them later. No, get the fuck out of here. When you, like she was saying, she thought she wasn't gonna be able to handle it. When she bring him on, it's like having another fucking child. Ain't no way. It's just no way. So, I said right here when she asked him to come home, I put right here, nope, too damn soon. So, somebody aunt coming to visit them, and it's Kolby and Russell. They aren't coming to visit them. And somebody, if y'all like her, send her a damn teapot. That thing done had it. I wouldn't put that on TV. I just had a goddamn pot of water. I ain't lying, boiling on the stove. Um, so she tell her aunt that it's her aunt that she disappointed. She was just a disappointment, and then her aunt started saying her struggles of how bad she wanted to have children, and she didn't understand why God did this to her. That she could hold her babies. I think she said for 4 weeks or 16 weeks, or she carried them 16 weeks and lost them. But it was each time she lost kids, it was two sets of twins. So essentially 4 children. So she's like, her husband, or they started going to church, and her husband needs somebody in the youth in the kids room. And she was like, I ain't going back there. I think he went back there as youth pastor. And he was like, come back here and work with the kids. And she was like, man, I ain't working with nobody kids. I can't even have my own. But I do know, I don't know what that, I mean, I do know for a period what that feel like. Because I think before I had my last baby, before I had my last son, I had a miscarriage like 2 years before I had him, and it just was so weird because I just kept feeling like that's the easiest thing a woman can do. You know, that's what it was designed for. How come I can't hold my kids, or what I do where you let me have these, but this one you don't let me have is something that's it was a bunch of shit I just went through. So I felt a lot of sympathy for her, but God bless you, because like she said when she went back there, she had so many children, and she don't, and I think that she may not know it, but sometimes when you meet a person that love kids like that, and you're a kid and you get to be around a person with that type of energy, that you never, as a kid, you never forget that kindness. You always, you might even not even remember their name, but you always remember that they was nice to you. So anyway, let me get off of that because I was tired of talking about that sad shit. So I see we see Kolby in her dress, and I think she's saying she's still complaining. I think she need to have her baby. I don't know. I think she just need to have her baby because that energy just feels totally funky. And that big ass sparkly dress she got on with that white collar, that maternity dress is too big. It must not be a maternity dress. It may be like a regular person, a regular woman dress without the stomach thing in there. Cause she's like a she's like the head detective. It's just too big to me. So anyway, we got Anthony doing his Million Baby Man Kid March, or I don't know what it's called, the Young Power Man Movement, something, where he at a school and he invited all his friends and a couple of other people we ain't never met to come talk. Why Miss Michigan was there, I don't know, maybe to talk about Von Giles, but if it's an all man group, that's all the fuck I plan on seeing when you go. So anyway, he's upset because he invited Brandon. Brandon coming, but he coming late. He coming after the shit is over with. So he feels some type of way about that. So, Brandon said what I missed, and everybody said you missed everything. So anyway, Brandon just started coming off the cuff, and he tell old boy Anthony how he need to apologize to Chelsey. And he like, what the fuck are you doing here? I ain't apologizing to that bird. What? That will never ever happen. Do you understand? So then Bravo says something, and Anthony don't like it because he's like, why the fuck is Bravo campaigning for Brandon about this situation? What? It's just messy. So anyway, he said he wasn't gonna never go on no apologizing tour. That's what Anthony said, to apologize to that girl. And like I said, the last scene we saw, I think is what's his name? What's that dude name? Brandon. He coming home, and dropping shit on the floor, and then they sitting here trying to have a conversation with oh shit, they did show. No, that's next week. Yeah. Oh, I was saying, right, say, did I miss Latoya? I'm watching the previews for next week. Cause somebody gonna give a dinner. Who somebody gonna throw the dinner? I don't know who it is, but it's one of the. It's gonna be another thing where they sitting at the table arguing. I was like, let me get my plate to go. I ain't listening to this shit. So listen, you could have been anywhere, but you was here with me, and I so appreciate it. So listen, this was Love and Marriage Detroit, and this episode, I don't know, it was just, I don't know. I heard that the no, is it? That probably got one more episode, then it should be I don't know, it should be over because they're not giving me. So listen, thanks for being here and have a good night.